Trisha the banging misses and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot shh, got all my people in red clothes. Styling my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like that. Wanna party with me?
Hey, I want to say good morning to everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday morning edition of the Walking This Ways Impact What's podcast. This is the first number 2. I'll be back tonight at 7 p.m. for our evening broadcast. Of course, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this Tuesday morning. I'm very excited, very honored, and very privileged to have y'all, to be with y'all one more time on this great Tuesday morning. We know it is summertime. We know it is hot, especially here in the DFW. It's going to be hot all this week, as the news say, but if you're going to be outside, make sure you're fully hydrated. Make sure you drink plenty of water, of course, because the heat is no joke. But most importantly, we just thank God to see another day, and that's what it's all about. I'm very excited, very honored, very privileged to have a guest on here this morning. I met her at the 3-in-1 Trinity pitch and entrepreneur conference. She was one of the one that was pitching her business, her vision on what she does. Her purpose is to help single moms, help single mothers, help fulfill their goal, their obligation, their dreams of having that financial freedom. We know that financial freedom plays a major role in our lives, right? Where you feel like you want to have more than enough, have the abundance to help out, especially with single mothers. I got to give it up to our single mothers who are doing the best they can when it comes to raising their children. We know it's tough, and I applaud y'all, Nicole, as you being a single mom. But most importantly, you have a vision, and that is to help single mothers. And I know you're going to elaborate more on that because I know you are a single mother yourself. So I want to introduce Nicole. Nicole, give us the rundown, give us the history on this extraordinary individual who sit with me this morning on this morning podcast.
You did good.
I appreciate it.
You did awesome. As a great introduction. But again, my name is Nicole Bolden. And I am an entrepreneur. I am a single mom, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. And hey, he said it all. I'm here to help these single mothers, not even single mothers, just individuals who deserve, to live financially free, to be able to have just to be able to have time on their hands to actually enjoy life.
And that's what it's all about. And just like when I was at work, I just got off work this morning at 6:30. And as I was at work and I was thinking about our conversation this morning, at the end of the day, that just be really be honest, nobody don't want to be broke. Nobody don't want to be financially lacking. You know what I'm saying? That everybody deserve, if they want to, have that right to obtain financial success, financial stability, to be able to do the thing that you want to do, have the desire to do, and you don't have to wait till next week to be able to do these things, but you want to be in that position of, hey, let's get together. Hey, let's do this. Hey, I want to go ahead and invest in that. Hey, I want to put something towards that. But just really stepping out on the boat and not allowing your circumstances to hinder you. You hear people make excuses on why they can't do this and why they can't do that. But like I said, you are a single mother, of course, and you made up in your mind to be able to reach your goals. You made up in your mind to reach your dreams and not to settle for less. Where did it all originate from? I know, like I know you're a mother, but just that have that heart, that mindset to determine where did it all that originated from?
So, to be honest, I'm going to say when I was younger, when I was a little girl, I've always had my dream was to be rich. That's always been my dream. And I knew that when I got older, I was going to be something. I was going to be somebody important. I wanted to do something. I knew the lifestyle that I wanted to live. And so it started from when I was a little girl, but as I'm getting older and now I'm older and now I'm a mother and I'm a single mother, it's like something got to give. I
That's a,
got to do something. I gotta figure something out because the lifestyle that I want, the lifestyle that I'm going for, I gotta figure this out. And so it's just praying and asking God to give me what I want is just like, okay, I'm praying and I'm asking this man for these things. Now I have to do my work and I have to do my part in order to get where I want to get in life. And it's not easy. It's not easy, like you say, being a single mother, but you have to be desperate to want something out of life. You can't just want to lounge around all day and party and go to work. It gets tiring. You want to be able to fully enjoy life and not be tired all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know what you're saying because you would not just to put here on earth to be a waste. You
Right.
know, if you know, I'm going spiritual for a moment, go biblical for a moment. The Bible says you're the apple of God's eye, of course. You know what I'm saying? You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, the scripture lets us know that he gave us dominion. We know dominion is governor, rule. You know what I'm saying? Um, you hear we it's these things already in place, but we have to believe these things for ourselves. You know, it's the mindset. You know, blocking out the negativity, blocking out the outside influences, blocking out I can't, blocking out why me, blocking out that victim mentality. Yeah, we all made poor choices in life. Yeah, we made mistakes too, but we learn from it and we don't look back, you know, and we don't wallow in our pity. But like you're saying, you're praying, but at the same time, it's putting in that work. No, faith without works is dead. And I had a conversation with a brother of mine, you know, in my hometown on Mobile. And we talk about this all the time. Um, we don't want to live in regret. You don't want to live in regret. You don't want to have that woulda, coulda, shoulda mentality. It is going to be all or nothing. The real losers are the ones who do not attempt to make that first step.
Right.
So I'm with you on that. So when it comes to your family, do entrepreneurship runs in your family, or are you the first in your generation to step out into that arena?
Now, I'm going to say, I can honestly say entrepreneurship runs in my family. I have a lot of cousins and aunties and that's doing their thing. They do their thing. You know, they start something. I have cousins that does hair. I have cousin that also has a boutique. I have my sister. She's an entrepreneur. She's been in the entrepreneur game for a very long time. That's who actually influenced me to become an entrepreneur and be where I am today. Um, and just to go back as to what you were saying, a lot of people don't have that mentality. You have to have that mentality, you know, in order to do better with yourself. You have to have the mentality. You can't just expect for it to fall out the sky. You have to have the mentality. You have to put in the work. Um, you have to put in the work to be, you know, just to do better.
Hey, you got to, and you got to, you know, once again, faith without works is dead. You have to put in the work. No matter what you do, all the greats put in the work. You can't. You take shortcuts, not gonna last long, but you can try to. You can't go over it. You can't go underneath it. The whole thing is work. You know, God gave us the ability to work. You know, if you read, I'm going biblical one more time, but if you read in Deuteronomy 8:18, the Bible said that God has given us the power to get wealth, that He may establish a covenant He made with our forefathers. Just think about that for me. God has given us the power to get wealth. So when Nicole, you hear that word, how God gave us power to get wealth, what's the first thing pop in your mind and why?
Let me just say, I pray a lot. I pray all the time, and when I pray, and where I am today, I pray and I ask God to provide me the resources and tools that I need. So when you say that, he's going to give you what you need, but it's your job to do the work. You praying and you asking this man and you telling him what you want, and he's gonna always put it in your face. You have to see it, and you have to put in the work. So when I hear that he gives you power, work. You got to do it. You got to put in the work because he can't give you something. You praying for it and he give it to you and you're not doing nothing with it. So when I pray and I ask God to give me the resources and tools, you're giving me these resources too. He's saying, okay, so what you gonna do with it? I gave it to you. So now what you gonna do with it? You said you want to be an entrepreneur. I put this in your face. You gotta run with it. What he gives you, you have to take it, you have to run with it, you have to do your research, you have to take those resources and those tools and you have to put it to use in order to grow. You can't just take it from it. I'm gonna sit it right here on the counter. I'm gonna sit it down right there. Oh, and then he already gave it to me. I'm gonna just sit it right here and just wait for everything to fall out the sky. It don't work like that.
You know, it don't. It don't. You know what I'm saying? It's all about it don't, and it's all about being an individual action. It's all about being about your business. It's all about putting in the grind daily. It's just like if you want to you have the ability to get up and change your circumstances. You have the ability to get up to change things you want to change.
Right.
We create things because of our mindset. The words we speak, the words we say. Death and life is the power of the tongue to eat the fruit thereof. What are you saying over yourself on a regular basis? Are you saying why me, poor me, I'm not good enough, or look what happened, this and that? But it's all about knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing that you're good enough. Like I was talking about earlier, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're the apple in God's eye. When He created you unique. He created you beautiful. He created you gorgeous. And it's that you have to believe in yourself. You know those things. You was not meant to be a waste. He didn't put you here in the earth to be a waste. You know what I'm saying? He giving you dominion in the earth. And that's the minds we have to have that resonate in our mind that He giving you power. He giving you dominion, give you the ability, give you the resources. And I like what Solomon prayed to God. He asked God for wisdom. And of course, Trip tells us if any man lack of wisdom, ask. So that's what we need, Nicole, is the wisdom. He not, you hear people say, I'm praying for a house, I'm praying for these materialistic things. But the thing about it is asking God for wisdom.
That's right. And let me just say, with you saying that, that's something I also pray for. And like I said, a lot of people have to have that mindset, but I also ask God to give me the knowledge and the wisdom that I need to be successful.
Right.
Because
That's it.
without him, we are nothing and we can't make it without him. When we're fighting these battles and we're going through these storms, it's because of that man upstairs that's going to get us through it. That man upstairs he's putting us to a test. And it's our job to pass that test.
That's it. It really is. And I know I was looking at something earlier. I looked at this post on Instagram, and it's from Dallas Latest. It said Dallas ranked among the wealthiest cities in the world as millionaires count grows. So it says Dallas, Houston, and Austin are ranked among the world's 100 wealthiest city. Dallas is the 22nd wealthiest globally, with a 75% increase in millionaires over the past decade, totally 68,600 millionaires. So according to this article, there is it's 68,600 millionaires within Dallas, Houston, and Austin. What you want to say about that?
I'm gonna be the next one. Make that 69.
But hey, but that's the mindset to have, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, make that 69 because I'm working my way up to the top. That's what I want to say about that. Make it 69 because I'm working my way up to the top and I'm not stopping till I get there.
I like that attitude. I like that attitude and keep with the great work. So when it comes to that, what do you put all your goals? How do you keep yourself rooted and grounded? Because we know we had points in our life where self gets in the way. When I say self gets in the way, You get hungry, you get sleepy, you get tired, you get weary. It's that point where I gotta keep pressing on, pressing through, and not get self in the way. Oh, I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it later. But what keeps you going? And how do you keep Nicole's self out the way, knowing that, hey, it's a greater purpose within me that I have to bring forth to fruition?
Well, Furman, I'm gonna answer this as honestly as I can. God. I had a talk with my aunt and she said, whenever you need something, don't be afraid to ask. I said, well, it's not that I'm afraid to ask, but I feel like when I'm going through anything, if I need anything, I can have a bill that's due tomorrow and I have $0 in my bank account. When I'm going through something, I pray. I pray and I ask God, I don't know where I'm going to get it from. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I ask God and I pray to God through whatever it is that I'm going through. So just to keep self out of the way, it's a fight. You got to fight. You got to fight yourself. You got to fight. It's a battle that you have to fight and you have to keep fighting. You cannot give up. Long as you know you have a passion and you believe in yourself and your goals and you believe in God and you trust in God, can't nothing get in your way. You're gonna fight everything that come in your way. So when it's days, don't get me wrong, there have been days where I've been tired. Because again, I'm a single mother of three toddlers that's back to back. I have a 4-year-old that'll be 5 this year. I have a 2-year-old that'll be 3 this year, and then I have a 1-year-old. Trust me, dealing with the little small ones, it gets tiring. And so I have my days where I feel like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't want to do this. Or I feel like giving up. But then I have to think and I have to tell myself, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's like I was listening to my pastor the other day and he say that sometimes we go through things and we almost begin to lose faith. But you have to remind yourself that faith is what you need to get through life. And so sometimes I have those days I just have to pray. When I'm feeling sad and when I'm feeling tired and I say, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I have to pray. And I have to tell myself, you gonna do it. But at the same time, you have to give yourself a break somewhere. You can't overwhelm yourself. So you have to learn how to balance life out. Or you'll just become too overwhelmed and you'll make yourself sick and you'll be stressed out and you feel like you have so much stuff cluttered on you. You
Right.
feel much on your shoulders. So don't get me wrong, there are times where you do need to take a break and maybe you do need to work on it tomorrow. But when it comes to that, to keep myself out of the way from stopping me, like I say, I pray and I talk to God to get me back up on my feet because my battle is not done. I'm not done. Not at all.
Right. I know, right? And I love this slogan. And give a big shout out to Mr. Justin. He said this slogan that we should not stop working. Only time we stop working is when our heart stop. Long your heart is pumping out blood, continue and keep working. And we all are working to making. I look at it, Nicole, there's no days off when it comes to self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? We should strive to get better each and every day. I'm striving to get better each and every day. I know you're striving to get better each and every day because there's layers. We involved. We going from glory to glory to glory. All we doing, Nicole, is elevating up higher, even higher, even higher. And the thing about it is not limiting ourselves at all. Don't allow things to persuade you. Don't allow things to discourage you. It's the difference between knowing that I do and I am. You know, the money is just an I am. It's not. The money is an I do, not an I am. But when you know who you are and you get into the I am, I am successful. I am worthy. I am a genius. I am smart. I am wise. And when you start reminding yourself of those things, and you start putting those things in place, like with me, I go to the point where I organize my days. You have to. Let me say to the lady that's listening to us this morning, you have the ability to structure your days. You know, if you have to write things out, write things out. Whether you keep a mental calendar in your mind or you write things out, however you got to do it. But the most important, Nicole, I believe in discipline. Discipline over motivation any day. Because I can be motivated right now and I can lose that motivation. But if I had that discipline and had that drive, I can do a exceedingly above all and above all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Nicole, it's either going to be do or die. If we going to do it or we ain't going to do it, but going all in. And also, congratulations too, because you had to launch on your website. Of course, congratulations on that. So how has everything been going with the site? I know you're excited. I know you're constantly pushing and constantly grinding. So when people go to the site, what can they expect when they go to your website?
So right now with the site, when I first launched it, it was giving more of a summertime theme.
Okay.
I launched it the first day of summer, which was June 20th. And so when they go on the site, there's going to be like swimwear, there's going to be like, it's going to be track suits and just, more summertime. And eventually I'm going to switch it up, put things as the seasons change. But I did launch my boutique. I am excited about it. And the reason why I'm so excited about it, Fermi, is because what I do, I have an e-commerce store, which is my boutique, and that
Okay.
involves drop shipping. And I'm a self-taught. I taught myself how to build this store and put this
Okay.
boutique. I've done my research. I was up late nights, early mornings, doing what I need to do to put it together. And so when I launched it, it was like, okay. I did all the work that I put in, the late nights I was up, I was researching. I taught myself how to do this, putting this store together. And it's been nice where I've been tired. I had to silence my phone. I can't talk to nobody because I'm working. I have to put my kids too busy trying to get this together. And when I launched it, it was like, I did, I did it. And I did it by myself. So there are a lot of good things on the site. I'm going to continue to be updating the site as much as possible, adding new items on the site. So yeah, I'm excited about that too.
Oh man, you know what? Congratulations on that, Nicole. And then before going any further, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after our commercial break.
You ask all my teammates, the one thing about Michael Jordan was he never asked me to do something that he didn't fucking do. When people see this, they're going to say, well, he wasn't really a nice guy. He may have been a tyrant. Oh, well, that's you, because you never won anything. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. Look, I don't have to do this. I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality.
Hey, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about winning. It's all about having that winning mentality. It's all about being unstoppable. It's all about being that force to be reckoned with. Most important, it's all about winning. And I'm of course I'm a winner. I know Nicole, she's a winner. And like I said, of course, Nicole, her mission is to assist single parents in achieving financial freedom, which is her ultimate goal. And like I said, she's a single mother herself to reach goals and reach green to shatter the mold and to make an impact and that's what it's all about. So, that Cole, how do you see that? How do you view your legacy? Most important, how do you see your legacy? What is the main thing that when it's all said and done, that when your name is mentioned in rooms, what's the first thing you want the people to say when they hear your name?
I help. I want to be able for others to say she helped thousands of people become financially free. She's helped thousands of people find time in their life to enjoy life. I just want everyone to be able to say, Nicole did that. All them people that's standing over there, she helped all them. And it's not in a bragging way or anything like that.
Right.
My mission is to be able to see others win. I like to see other people win. When I'm scrolling through Facebook or if I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see someone has accomplished their goals, or I see someone got a new house, and I see someone post that they got a new car or they started their business, it's exciting to me. Honestly, I like to see that, and I like it, and I come in and I say congratulations, because I have an understanding now that life is too short. Do something with your life. Don't sit around and you don't have a purpose for life. Everybody has a purpose in life. And so I want to be able to hear others say that I was able to instill my knowledge that I've learned and the resources and tools that I use into someone else. And I put it in someone else, and I'm able to see that they're doing their own thing, that they could put it into someone else. So I just want it to be able to go on from knowledge just being passed and just seeing others win.
That's it. That's it. Because I was looking at a plan, and I'm just going to read the meaning of plan. And know a detailed purpose for doing or achieving something, that unpiece plan, an intention or decision about which one is going to do. I have no plans to retire. Decide and arrange in advance. And I want to go on a detailed purpose for doing or achieving something in the meaning of plan. So when you whatever your plan is, you have detail of it. For the most point, or achieve something. Like you said, it's all about achieving something. Whatever your plan is. The old saying is, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. No, you have to have a plan. You are the CEO of your life. You are the president of your life. You are the vice president, the COO of your life. You can create your life. Don't let no one tell you that you can't. Because at the end of the day, Nicole, either we gonna write our story or someone else gonna write our story. So you have to make up your mind today. All in. You're gonna be all in, or you just gonna sit in the sideline and sit there and murmur and complain. But you have to get up and make something happen. Just think about all these billionaires in the world. They started somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They didn't become a billionaire overnight, but they started somewhere. Look at the Jeff Bezos in the world. He started Amazon in his garage, and Amazon is a $1 billion industry.
Look at Facebook.
You know, Mark Zuckerberg. He started as a college student in a dorm.
Hmm.
So
And can I
this
say,
shows. Go ahead, Nicole. Go ahead.
the pastor, my pastor, Bishop Thomas, he said, when you start something, you have to finish it, or you'll
Okay.
find yourself starting over. So when you start this course, when you start this project, you have to finish that project. You can't pause it, because then you'll find yourself starting over, and you'll be back to square one.
Right. Most definitely. That's why um you have to go all in. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. And I know we had a moment where we have those times where, like I said, I'm just gonna pause and take a break. But like you said, whatever you start, you finish it out. You finish it through. Just think about it, Nicole. If we just cut off what we're doing, and it's people that's waiting on us, it's people that's waiting on you. There's people waiting on me. And if we don't stop it, how they gonna receive the good news? How they gonna receive breakthrough? How they gonna receive the revelation knowledge? You get what I'm saying? That makes sense. If we think, oh, it's about me, but no, it's not about me. It's not about Furman. It's not about Nicole. but it's about the ones who we come in contact with. It's about the ones who we connect with. You know what I'm saying? And I love your story because, like I said, even though you are a single mom, you still look at it's possibilities to
Right.
achieve. It's possibilities for the reach my goal. And I applaud single mothers. At the end of the day, you want your children to have a great life, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to have the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to have live in the best neighborhood because everybody want to be safe. Everybody want to live in a nice neighborhood. You want your children to have the best education. You know, any parents want their children to have the best education. But having these dreams, having these goals, and most important, Nicole, you keep those things in your heart to keep you going. When you look over your goals, and I know when I look at my goals, it brings smiles to my face because that keeps me going. Life is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Life is what we make out of it, and you keep those things before you. So, Nicole, how do you do? Do you keep your goals before you? Do you put them on the wall? Do you have them in your phone, in your notebook? What is it that keep that fire going? I know you're a mom. I know that part that keeps you going. But besides being a mom, how did that fire keep going?
So I have a picture of my life and how I want life to be for me and my children. And it's right here in my head. And I think about it, I dream about it. And I normally notate a lot of things in my phone. But what I've learned, and my sister, who's also been in the entrepreneur game for a while, my sister Tashia Scott, she's a esthetician. She does lashes. She train and she's a trainer, a teacher, and so what she told me is that I have to write it down. She said, and it makes sense because I've learned and I start writing stuff down in my notebook, and I like it better writing it down. And so she say, you need to aspire for everything. You need to aspire for your kids. You need to aspire for this business. You need to aspire for this business. You need to aspire for your daily life. You need to aspire for this. And so I've learned by writing everything down and seeing it on paper is what keeps me going.
You got to, because scripture say without a vision, people perish, but it also tells us to write the vision, make it plain. Whoso read will run with it. That's like when you present a plan, and like you said, when you do your pitch, you wrote the vision, but you wrote the vision, made it plain. When you write something down and make it plain, it gets the reaction out of people, whether they gonna run with or not run with. But when you make it plain, it said whosoever read will run with it. So when you wrote it down and presented it, it gave them something to run with. Now it's gonna come to pass because it's in the works. You already see the vision before the vision come to pass. But then you got them individuals who when they do see it come to fruition, then you gonna have some people say, "Oh, I see the vision." No, you didn't. You didn't see it when it wasn't in fruition, even though it was there in a spiritual realm. But it took the time to manifest itself in the physical. But you already see it.
Right.
And now it's okay. I see it. Now I have to put in the work to make it come to pass.
When you have these architects that's building these buildings and everything, what they do, they have a blueprint.
They do.
They have a blueprint before they start putting things together.
They do. And they do. And that's what they do. And before we're going any further, we're going to take another commercial break, and we're going to be right back with our Q&A discussion.
I originally visited Dress for Success in 2012. I was laid off. I had an interview coming up. My child care provider referred me to Dress for Success, and when she told me about the program and how much it was set up for women, it was a no-brainer. I felt crisp because I knew the information, I knew what I bring to the table, but I didn't have a complete look. There was an opportunity for me to go and get suited. And when I put that suit on, it gave me the confidence and everything that I needed to really move forward. Everything within that suit was sleek, it was polished, and it meant business. At that next interview, I was offered the position because of that suit. I no longer have that suit because I paid it forward. Now another woman gets to experience exactly what I felt through the power of that suit. People may not understand your journey, but your journey is yours. And as you stay the course, Dress for Success provides lifelong resources. Dress for Success really changed the trajectory for my family. We've been thriving and living out loud ever since. And the journey never stopped. I'm still connected to Dress for Success today. Things go good when you expect things to go good.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., along with my special guest, Nicole, as well. And I want to give a big shout out to my cousin in that commercial, Keisha, out of St. Louis, Missouri. She's a podcast host. She's a speaker, author, and that was her in the commercial. She's doing great things in the St. Louis area. So big shout out to her, of course. But we're back here with Nicole. She's a phenomenal woman who's about doing great things, of course. So besides starting businesses, what's the next mission for Nicole? What else you got in the works? What other things you want to tap into as well? Because skies are the limit. It's all about possibilities.
So I got a lot of things coming up, Furman. Don't really get to details, but I brainstorm when I have my free time at night, when I put my kids to bed, and before I get ready to go get my rest, I'm brainstorming. I have so much in my mind that I know I want to do and that I want to accomplish. So I have some things coming up, if the good Lord says the same. I got some projects in store. I do want to say I have a webinar that I am getting ready to present soon here in July, if the good Lord says the same. And with this webinar, I'm basically going to just be giving basic knowledge to other individuals on how I am able to help them succeed, help them to grow, help them to start their own business and get something going for themselves. So I do have a webinar that I am getting ready to that I'm putting together to have in July, if the good Lord says the same. But I have projects in store that I am putting together day by day. I'm taking notes, and I'm getting them ready. It may be next year. It may be next year summertime is my goal, but I got some special things coming up. I can't wait to share
Man,
it.
that's what's up, Nicole. That was up. Before we go in further, with big shout out to everyone who was watching us this morning. Big shout out to Crystal Smallwood. She said congratulations. She said you did. Crystal also said yes, ma'am. We're so much stronger together. God created us to pull each other. And also she said great perspective. It's all about living out God's plan for us, faith and works. And also she said she loved that. She said keep going. I also give a big shout out to my cousin who's watching this well this morning. And my cousin said, hey, y'all, congratulations. My cousin said, congratulations on you with your business, of course. And that's in the comment section. I want to thank everybody for tuning in who's watching us on this Tuesday morning as well. Like I said, I'm very excited, of course, Nicole. A lot of great things in store. Like on my end, I'm getting more into investing. I'm buying shares. I'm buying stock. That's another thing too that creates wealth. So I encourage people learn about stocks, learn about that, because it's all about building wealth. And in the book that I have, Think Like a Billionaire, it talks about that investing. Especially if you do work a 9 to 5, start looking at getting and allowing your money to work for you. That's what we need to be at. It's all about having stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Getting our money to work for us. That's just where I'm at, Nicole. I'm thinking long term. So it's all about getting to that, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, to start letting your money work for you. You know what I'm saying? We've been working for money for so long. It's time for us to let money start working for us. That's the good thing, right? Because you got to get to that point, Nicole, that you want to make money while you're sleeping.
right. You're right. And so I actually had a conversation with someone about that, about stocks and so forth. And so I told him, all right, might get into that too. Let me do what I'm doing right now, but I think I put that on my list too. So I'm gonna work on my way on learning about that too.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
look,
because I said I'm doing it now, and I can add investor. Even though I post my own show, I can add investor because that's what I'm doing now. And even though I do work, like I said, the money that I make extra, I buy shares, and I just put in there, and it's all about it's patient. The Bible said God provides seed for the sower. If you are sower, God can provide the seed. It's up to you to go ahead and start planting that seed. Like money is a seed that we use, but we buy materialistic thing. We'll buy this and that, but we have to get to that point now. Have that mindset that we need to start buying out our abundance and not our lack. That's what I'm saying. Look, Mark Cuban, he's an investor. He was investing so many. Then he chose some shares, and eventually he bought the Dallas Mavericks out of his investing. Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys. He was visiting oil, and he made so much money, he ended up buying the Dallas Cowboys back in 1989. But getting to the point is, when we start allowing our money to work for us, we can better start doing extra things as well, because we're letting our money grow. It's like a plant. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a gardener. What a farmer go out there do? A farmer gets out there and plant. First of all, it tills the ground so the seed could be properly put together. I'm not a farmer, but I'm saying, but a farmer has to go out there and till the ground, plant the seed, and it takes time. Everything takes time, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is not instant gratification. Now, it is instant gratification. You just say, whoa, I need to back up because something ain't right. But it takes time. And you have to get out there. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. And you have to keep watering on the negative bed. Eventually, it's going to grow, right? Then you better start whatever fruits and vegetables you planting in that ground. Once it grows, then you can start pulling off of it. That makes sense what I'm saying. But
no,
that,
it makes,
yeah, because Nicole, I look at it now. You should better want your money to work for you. That's how I look at it.
and that's why I am where I am today. You have to invest in yourself. I invested in myself. I made an investment in myself, and I took a certain amount of money and I went to purchase a course that actually, and I also have the same course, but I went and I purchased a course that gives you so much information and teaches you how to start your own business. I got that course. I took that course and I went for what I know. And that's where I am today. And that's how I got started in the entrepreneur world. I also, once I purchased that course, I said, okay, God, with this investment that I just made, give me the resources and give me the tools that I need to make this investment grow, to make this investment be successful. That's when I found out about Mr. Reese 3-in-1 entrepreneur training program.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I started that training program, this course that I had purchased, of course, I went through it, I studied it, and I read it, but I still didn't know what to do. So I started promoting, but I wasn't promoting the right way. And so I wasn't getting the attention that I needed. And so I joined the 3-in-1 Trinity Service Entrepreneur Training Program. And once I joined that training program, okay, this is one of the resources that I asked God for. And I thank Him. Thank you for providing me with this. Now I know what I'm doing. Now I know how to pitch. Now I know how to find information. Now I know how to get my own business cards together and get my own logos instead of paying people to do. Now I know how to operate my business. So now from that training program, I'm doing my thing now. So with all that being said, I invested in myself. I took a certain amount of money that I know I really didn't have. And I being a single mother, I have to take care of my kids. I got bills to pay. I got to put gas in the car. I got to put food in our mouths. And then I like to look nice. I like my kids to look nice. I got to go shopping for not only them but me too. I got to stay
Right.
up. And so I took money and I invested in myself. And I just prayed, God, with this investment, give me what I need for it to grow. And I've been doing my thing ever since. So yeah, that's true. Invest in yourself, and like you say, you have to put your money where it can grow.
You got to, Nicole, because let me say this. Um, when you all about success and you all about being great, you gonna walk this road alone. When I say walk this road alone, everybody don't want to go where you going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to enjoy the pleasure. Okay, everybody want to enjoy the temporary pleasure. But when you're on a path of greatness, you'll sacrifice the pleasure for long term success. You know what I'm saying? While everybody want to go party and do this and go club and whatever, you all about grinding. You all about the next generation. You all about want to set up generational wealth. The Bible said a good man leaving a inheritance for his children. That's generational thinking, not just material, not just in the material stuff, but also the wisdom of make the wisdom to living right, the wisdom to doing things the right way. But most importantly, thinking generationally. Why everybody want out here want to club and party and stuff, you got to put it in the grind. You got to be the first one up and be the last one to leave. That's all about greatness. Why everybody want to go do this and do that? Now I'm grinding. You know, why everybody want to go on vacation? Hey, I this money I invest into my business.
Right.
So you got to ask yourself, are you ready for this, or you're not ready for this? This ain't for everybody. It's gonna cost you some things, but at the end of the day, Nicole, it's gonna be worth it. When you look back after it's all said and done, when you're sitting in your nice office overlooking the city and say, you know what, it's well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
When you see your children doing good, you're gonna say it's well worth it.
Right.
What?
And you got a lot of people that try to keep up with the next person. Social media, you got a lot of people try to keep up with social media. They see
Right.
this person got this, they want to get this, and you really don't got it. You really don't have it, but you want
Nah.
to get it on social media, but behind the scene, you struggling, and instead of, like you say, you want to go party, you want to take vacations, and you really don't have it when you could be sitting and that's my thing. I don't care about, you know, just partying all the time or taking vacations or, trying to just buy the most expensive name brand or, this and that. I don't care about keeping up with the crowd because I'm my own person and I know what I got going on and I know what I want out of life. And so I sit back, I brainstorm, and I think, and I may call my sister with the plan, or I may call my aunt and say, "Oh, I think I want to do this. I'm calling with different things that I want to do." So you you right. I don't, I'm not a big fan of keeping up with everybody.
I mean, it's not worth it. I'm like this, and I say this all the time on the show, Nicole. You can have the house outside looking good at the house. Oh, you go by the house. Oh man, the house is painted real well. The landscaping real good. But when you walk inside the house, it's a mess. It's an odor, kitchen nasty, bathroom nasty. But it's how people live their life. They want to look good on the outside, but the inside is horrible.
Mhm.
I want the inside to match the outside. If I'm looking good on the outside, I want more definitely look good on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of people who look the part, they can dress the part, but they don't have it together. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. Why look the part when you could be the part? And I got everything together. You buying the latest this, but your bank account's in the negative. You buying this, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. Yeah, 'cause you want to impress people, but you don't have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. you want to be in that position when you want to be in that position to go where you don't have to ask nobody for anything. I don't want to have to borrow anything because I got it. And I gotta give a big shout out to my family. I gotta give a big shout out to my dad because my dad was always a go-getter. My dad worked two full-time jobs and he was always installing my brother to get out there, work, and don't ask nobody for anything. When I say don't ask nobody for anything, I don't want to depend on nobody. I don't want to depend on nobody. I don't want because I guess it feel like to me where if you people feel like you obligated to them. I never want to be like that, and I don't even ask my parents for nothing at all. I don't ask my parents for a dime, Nicole, because I get out there and grind, and that's just my cousin who's watching us tonight. I mean this morning. Big shout out to Keisha, my cousin. Our family are strong working people. Our family were built on success. Our family don't have handouts. We get that. We believe in going to get it. And I know you a go getter. And we at that point, you don't want to ask nobody for anything. I don't want to beg for nothing. That's why I go to work. That's why I grind the way I do because I don't want to depend on nobody at all because people feel like you owe them something. Bump that. I got there and grind because the grind is real. You create the life that you want. And I know, Nicole, you creating the life that you want as well. So let me ask you this. Are you an average reader? Do you read books or you read listen to audio books? I love reading. My library is full upstairs. I love books. I love reading. I love getting information, of course. So do you read books? Entrepreneurs, they read books a lot. So are you an average book reader or you're not an average book reader?
I am not an average book reader, but but I did say I was going to get into the habit because a lot of entrepreneurs that I run across, like you say, they read books. And I have some people who tell me you should read this book. I've had several people to tell me, when we're talking and we're having a conversation, just a regular conversation,
Right.
someone may, have you read this book? Or you should read this book. And I'm like, I books. But you know what? I've been hearing a lot of people come to me and say, I should read this book. I should read that book. And someone a couple of weeks ago just said I should read a book regarding entrepreneurship. So I am firming, or I am about to start getting into the habit of reading books. Now, when I was younger, honestly, I used to read books. I used to love to read books. I used to go to the library and get a book. I would walk to the library from my grandmother's house and I would get me a book. I used to love to read. But during this time now and me just wanting to build, my main focus is just on working, building, grinding, brainstorming, researching. So I really never thought about let me open a book and read a book. But I am going to tell you that I am about to start getting into the habit of reading these books because I've been getting too many people. So,
I love reading. Me personally, I love reading, and it's all information because it's information that I can take and apply to my life. It's all like being a sponge. Empty yourself out so you can ready to get new information. So we apply this new information because we get all this great information. If we don't do anything with it, Nicole, it's just in vain. But that's what I do. I get a lot of great information, so I can apply to my life and to envision and also plan, execute, and watch it come to fruition. And also, of course, while we on here, go ahead and plug your website, plug your social media. So how can individuals get in contact with you? How can they support you in the work that you're doing?
so you can follow so I have an online boutique with women clothing. I'm going to say women, and don't get me wrong. Now, I think I might go into the man field too. So that's something else I'm working on as well.
Okay, then.
I spoke to my daddy about it the other day, and I go to my dad and I tell him, what my plans and my goals is. And so I went to my dad today and I said, you know what, I think I might get to the man side too. So I might need your help when it comes to men because I start selling man things too, not just women but men. And so I have an online boutique. You can follow my Instagram. It is NB Boutique 01. I'm sorry, NB Boutique 91 is the boutique Instagram page. Here is my Facebook page here, Nicole Bolden. Also, the website, I am going to actually comment the website here short. I have to get the link and paste it here. But also, if you just watch my stories on Instagram, Facebook, I'm always posting my link. If you go to my Facebook page, I'm sure you can find my Facebook page here. It's tagged onto this live stream. You go to my Facebook page. The link to my website is also in my bio. It's my bio on Instagram as well. So you're able to click that link and go on there and shop. Um, Follow my Instagram page. Again, it's NB Boutique 91 on Instagram. Keep up with the latest, the arrivals that get posted on the site. I try to keep it.
And that's what's up, Nicole. They say keep it the great word, of course. And all the other great stuff. So as we're ready to get off the air, I know you're a very productive woman. I use that word loosely, productive. Don't say busy, productive. So you're a very productive woman. I don't want to hold you up because it's 11 o'clock. So do you have any words of wisdom? Do you have any sound of advice to the ones who listen to us right now and will tune in and listen to us in the near future?
Don't stop. Put your mind to it. Put your mind to whatever it is that you want out of life. And when you put your mind to it and when you start, stop. Pray. Pray, pray, pray. I have cousins that come to me and they use my shoulder to lean on when they want to talk, and I give them words of encouragement. And pray. Always make sure you praying to God. He is the one who's going to get you through whatever it is that you're going through, whatever you want out of life. Pray to Him and you do the work. Do the work. Don't stop. Don't give up. Do not give up. Whatever it is that you're going through, when you're sad, when you're depressed, when you're feeling like you just want to stop, pray and ask God to keep you going. Pray to ask God to keep you focused on the path that He has for you. Pray and ask God to give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the strength each and every day to get up every day to remove any negativity from you, any laziness. Praying is the number one thing that's going to keep you going. Make sure you pray and do not give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up, ladies and gentlemen, at all. Well, I said we about to get a lead. We about to get a lead, and we hope y'all have a great. I almost say hope. I don't like saying the word hope. Hope is like don't believe. In a way, that's just me. But y'all have a great day, a positive day, a uplifting day, a victorious day. And most importantly, man, keep that positive energy going. We need it. We got so much negativity in the world. We need a lot of positivity in our own, in our world, in our own personal life. So make sure y'all follow Nicole, get updates from Nicole. Keep up with the work that she's doing as well. Keep her in your prayers as well as her family also. And most importantly, man, y'all make sure y'all follow her today on her social media account. Befriend her. Just words of encouragement, you know what I'm saying? Just, hey, I watched you on the show today, keep with a great word, or you know what I'm saying, help out, all the other great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So we out this thing. I will be back tonight at 7 p.m. here on the Walking This Way Impact What's podcast. We out, everybody. Have a great day. Peace, everybody.